everybody, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, today is excuse me, my first week of July, well, first Sunday of July, reporting out my sew and tell. As you all know from the previous video, this is my July sewing plans are all indie company patterns all month long, and so every Sunday I will be bringing you a new video, giving a quick review, showing you what I made, and basically that's it. And so I have on, this first week is the Colette Sorbetto, which you can download for free. This is my wearable muslin here, and you'll see from the pictures I pop up here that I left the edges undone. I'll explain that in a minute, but let me just kind of turn around. So the wearable muslin have quite a few errors. Quite a few errors, and so I'll get into that shortly. But one of the things is the neckline is too wide. If you look on the pattern, you see, and I know this is sleeveless, but it's a little bit more closed up. It's not as wide, and you'll be able to see by the picture. Let me see if I can stand back. And I don't have anything to stand up on. I'll show it. I didn't finish the bottom. The sleeves, as you can tell, drape over my shoulder, so it's not sitting at the right spot on the shoulder. And so I'm glad I did the muslin first. And so let me show you with the adjustments I made, because what I realized with this shirt, let me just show you. This was too wide. The sides were too big, and that's basically it. This front is too wide. It's way too much room up front. Hopefully you can see that, I don't know. And then the sides is too much of a tent. So let me show you how the fabric that I am using. Now, I can still most certainly wear this up under a jacket or anything like that. Or a cardigan, but let me show you the changes that I was able to make. Okay, so this is the final, definitely, and I forgot to show that I couldn't, well, I could move, but it was tight. And so here is the one I do love, and in this beautiful fabric. I am going to explain to you some of the, well, let me just tell you the changes I made. I made the pleat larger. Now, the reason I did that is because I had already cut out both the muslin and this. I will never make that mistake again, because I would have never cut it the same way knowing it had issues. But oh well, you live and learn. And I can't say that I've ever done that before. I'm not a big muslin person, so anyway, you live and learn. But what I was able to do was make the pleat a little larger in the front, which took in the neckline quite a bit, as you can tell. And then I took in the sides, so it's breathable. I do like that it's breathable, but it doesn't come out as far as it did before. The sleeves are much better this time around. Hopefully you can see that. Let me just try to turn around. And the neckline, this fabric frays so much. I'm going to go over this and press it one more time. But this is rayon hem tape around the collar. And I pressed it once, but I will press it again because it still looks a bit wrinkly for me. But I will press it again. Still, the shoulder is down too far. It needs to be up here. And so see how that goes in like that around the shoulder. So definitely these are sitting too far down, and I'm gonna tell you how all of this will be fixed going forward. But yeah, so I do like it. I did not finish the hem. I'm gonna tell you about that and why in just a second. But I will. The hem will be finished before the end of the month. So let me come back and tell you my review of the Sorbetto and the changes I made and what I will do differently. Okay, so what, let me just show you. Here's the muslin. Here's the bottom that needs to be hemmed. I did not hem it because I wanted to show one of the things I did that I cut out, that was my error, was the back. I want to leave it like this so I can show you. If you can see that, my back, and this has happened on a couple shirts or tops I've made, so if you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm very careful when I'm cutting out fronts and backs of a skirt or a top. It always seems like the back is lower than the front or something wonky like that. So I left that on purpose. If anybody has any input, let me know about that. But here is the Sorbetto. Let me show you what I did with the pattern. So I mentioned before, I follow the right size and do the right size method and do the pivot and slide. And so the right size is measuring from here to here under the armpit across the front, which allows you to pivot and slide and everything fit nice in the shoulders, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully you saw in the pictures, everything fit perfect in the shoulders. Perfect, perfect, perfect. No gaping, nothing in the back. Perfect. So what I did, I actually cut out everything. This is from the pivot and slide. These are the actual pattern pieces. So I cut the 18 because I'm an 18. That's what you would do. You would cut that measurement out, which makes you to believe you're going down in size, but really you're just fitting that shoulder area. And so this is my pivot and slide for the front and back pieces. So it's only 3 pieces, which is wonderful. Absolutely love that. The instructions are absolutely wonderful, easy to follow. I followed them to the T. The second time when I did, I really didn't follow the instructions because I knew that the steps are just so simple. So I really love that about this. I will say this will be a nice go-to, continue to make for work, church, you know, some sleeveless, for something casual even. So I absolutely love the pattern. Highly recommend it. Remember, it is free. It's a free download. One of the things though that the mistake I made was I cut the 18 and then I did the pivot and slide. I didn't read the instructions close enough or pay attention to everything that was written in the pattern. There is ease already built into this pattern. Is not fitted. As you can tell, it's not a fitted top. There's ease in it, and because the size goes, the second range of sizes, I think it starts at 16 through 26. I did not need to do the pivot and slide piece. Only thing I needed to do was go ahead and cut out, well, trace. This is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to send this to a print shop because I really don't care for printing and taping together PDF patterns. But this is one I'm already going to send the Katie dress to the print shop, and so I'm going to send this one with it and have them printed together. And what I will do is have the tiles from size 18 all the way up to the 26. I probably don't need to go up that far, but I just will, just for the sake of it. Go all the way up to a 26, print those out, and what I will do is grade from the 18 down to what my hips are, my waist is, my bust, waist, and hips area, as opposed to doing the pivot and slide. The pivot and slide gave me way too much room. It was way too baggy. I didn't need to do that. I do not believe on this particular pattern. I noticed the pivot and slide, cutting out the 18 was perfect for my shoulders and everything. But the pivot and slide, when I do that in the commercial patterns, work just fine. But when patterns like this that already have the ease built in and they do give such a broad range. And I should have remembered that when I did the cashmere red pattern. It was the same thing, that I don't have to do all the pivoting and sliding, just grade out to the size, you know, that I would need. And so this I am going to toss. I'm not going to use it because the sleeve I'll keep. The sleeve is fine, but I might not keep the sleeve. I'll see what happens when I do the grading out. But yeah, it was too tint-like. So the other thing was, let me see. So that was more my error, not the pattern error. The fabric I chose is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The muslin one, the wearable muslin, is just a regular cotton I found at Walmart. This I found at Joann Fabrics. Just beautiful. It's nice and cool, drapey. However, it frays like bananas, and it, of course, it calls for the bias binding tape. And so, but because my bias binding tape looked like it goes with cotton as opposed to this nice kind of silk, I decided to use one of my, and this is in the color Applesauce, rayon hem tape. Never used rayon hem tape before. Another lesson learned. When I first did the collar, I'll insert a little video. You'll see the rayon hem tape where I messed up, and I had to unpick so much of it. Not only did the shirt begin to fray like crazy, that rayon hem tape was getting holes all in it, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I am not going to toss the project or anything. I need to figure out how to make that neck look better. So what I did was just overlay more hem tape, and then I just need to did I press this? I might not have pressed. Oh, I never pressed it. I'm thinking, I don't know why this looks so wrinkled. I never pressed it. So, okay, I need to press it. So that's the one thing I need to do. Then on the back, see how that, I didn't necessarily overlap that right. So what I already know how I'm going to fix this, and I'll show you the fix. It's going to involve a little hand stitching, but that's fine because it's going to be very pretty, very different, and look very deliberate. But so that's how I'll fix that. But the sleeves, see there, the sleeves turned over. That's perfect. That's fine. Actually, let me turn it all the way inside out. All I did was finish it off, all the seams with the serger. Hopefully you can see that. And the bottom is not hemmed. Why? Because as you can see, this is how bad it frays. But as you can see, because I had so many issues with the rayon hem tape, I was too scared to try to do the rayon hem tape around the bottom. If I messed up somewhere, I don't have enough rayon hem tape to fix it. And when I did try to go all the way around, I didn't even have enough of this to go around the bottom. So I am going to get some, is it satin bias binding to match this. So this color is Applesauce. I'm not sure if Clark's, is it Cokes and Clark, has applesauce in the satin bias binding or anything like that, but I'm going to take this to Joann's and see if I can do a match, and then I'll finish off the bottom. But I was just way too scared, and I didn't want to hem it and then it looked crazy and I have to unpick it and all of that, end up doing something like this. And while this doesn't look bad at all, almost looks purposeful, that's how I end up fixing it. Just overlaid more rayon hem tape, but it is beautiful. It is beautiful. So that's that. That's all I have. Thank you, everybody. Next week, I will show you. I'm excited about every week's project, but excited about next week as well. And this one, again, is a winner. This is a winner. I highly suggest it. I'll leave a link down below where you can click on it. It's just to their website and download it yourself if you haven't already. And I've seen many of yours out on Instagram already, or seen your video where you talked about it. So loved it. No issues at all. Very easy make. I definitely appreciate that, because I'll need more tops like this. So that is it, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and you all have a fantastic week. And stay tuned on, I think, Wednesday, my sewing collective haul video will be going live, and you get to see all the stuff that I have purchased over the past month, which I'm very excited to share. All right, everybody, have a good one.